You know I'd ride for you, Tariq, said Braden once upon a time, but episode 7, force my hand, who's ratting, who's snitching, let's find it. I know it's a big rich town. Yeah, we got Lorenzo and Drew, though they're like wiping out the competition, so to speak. Drew wasn't too happy here that an innocent woman get killed. That's the charlatan in Big Drew. Then we've got, what the hell do you call her, man? Jesus, Monet. She gets confronted by Frank's wife, and it's quite funny that in this show, Agent LaGuerta from Dexter plays the wife of Agent Batista. Obviously, Frank's wife in this. So, yeah, that was an interesting one. Basically telling her, like, yeah, you know, our husbands do all this bad shit and then expect us to pick up the damage, sort of thing. So, yeah, where's this going? I'm not too sure. But as for Tariq, there's CCTV footage of the killing of Agent Ramirez. And, yeah, definitely a black man that killed him, so it's not looking good for Tariq in that department. But then Tariq returns to class. Oh, shit. And he's immediately put under pressure in the classroom by Kerry Milgram and co. Just a bit weird. You couldn't imagine this. Well, I say you couldn't imagine this situation in real life. In a civilized town, civilized city, well, you don't really get civilized cities anymore. You shouldn't really have this situation where someone in school is returning after being accused of murder, but here we have it. Enforced my hand. But yeah, it's always going to be a wee bit frosty, a wee bit awkward. Kerry Milgram, like, witnesses Tariq and Lauren kind of get into it on the playground, so to speak, within the college. But Tariq wants to have a witness other than his little sister, and yeah, it's Davis's old working buddy, but she doesn't want to help Davis or Tariq. She says it would end badly for both of you. So at least she gives them that regardment. But Sachs is also against the fact that they shouldn't be using Yasmin in this case as a witness. I mean, she is literally 9 years old. So yeah, I'm going to agree with Sachs and Tariq here. Everett then gets a rap at his door as him and Drew were having a sex scene. Whatever happened there? Big Kevin, he's asking around. Kevin not really appearing that much in this episode and the next one, to be fair. Dante then confronts Seek at the basketball courts, tells him he's his dad. Why the fuck do you think I got this tattoo? I mean, it could just be a coincidence, like the guy having the tattoo. It's like, oh, that's why you got this name. But anyway, Seek's not really buying it. He tells Monet and Dante meets up. He tells her to stay the fuck away. But it's like, they just keep... I don't get it, right? I get it. He probably doesn't want to kill Monet. He loves her, and he doesn't want to harm his son. But you think that Dante would be taking more drastic action here than what he is, because you see him when it comes to business out in the streets. I mean, he's a cold-hearted motherfucker, so don't know what's going on here. We've got Tabika meeting with Tariq. She essentially refuses to help him. Then they get this deal ordered for Tariq where he would give up the identity of the shooter. He would only do 5 years. Obviously, if he gave up Kane, Kane would be the one with the life sentence. But Tariq would only do 5 years. And he's like, well, how the fuck's that going to work? Me being a rat in prison. And he's right, he can't rat. But then he's like making out that he would just be as bad as Ghost. But Ghost was never a rat. Like, he did get Tash's like business and all shut down. It's mad. Like, to think, like, a few months ago, like, I'm watching the original show Power, and now I'm, like, into season 2 of this, and I've watched season 1 of Power Book 4, so it's almost like the original offence of Power, in a weird way, never happened, even though they did, but I guess that's just how TV shows work. Like, time waits for no man, so to speak. Lorenzo and Dante meet, and it's a shame that these two have been getting played by Monet pretty much their entire lives, or else you could have seen these two definitely producing a team that could have withstood anybody. We then have Jabari Reynolds' dinner. Tate confronts Big Papa West and says, I know your wee buddy Sweeney's got blackface and it could be a problem unless he pulls out. So how about you pull? He's like, I don't pull out a black male lightly, but you do like blackface. Like, we line there for Rashad Tate. Carrie, though, her arse collapses while trying to do the speech. Tate then confronts her and says, it's all a bit political. It did look bad, Carrie, but we're going to get you sorted for this. Lauren then raps the door of Tariq. Tariq's like, I don't really want to know you. And then he sleeps with Diana. Tariq is getting around town. He takes the fee plates clean off Diana here. Tariq is messing around completely. Kane and Drew then get into a fight. Kane then reveals that Everett's got to go because he's the one that gave up Drew's name. And his dad's like, you know what? You've got to kill Everett. Will Drew kill Everett? I'm not too convinced. Yasmin then takes like the stand behind the scenes and she kind of goes because she says that Tariq appeared as it was getting dark, but then says later that her and the grandma were out when it was pitch dark and Tariq came back after that. I mean, it's a fucking 9-year-old kid at the end of the day, but yeah, it was never going to withstand. And Tariq says, "We're not using my data," and I absolutely agree with him. That's good. That is very good. Drew then goes to kill Everett, but Everett texts him, "How you doing? I miss you." And Drew then whips out his phone, sees the text message, and can't bring himself to kill him. So, yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. He loves the guy, and he was about to drop him here. He's seen him with another guy, but it wasn't anything, inter-body relationship, brother. That's not going on. Kane then confronts Davis, puts a gun to the back of his head in the back of his car, and, basically tells him to keep Tariq on point. Davis is like, if Tariq doesn't go... I mean, Tariq saving his own skin saves Kane's skin at this stage of the game. Lorenzo and Monet are then having a wee night of love. Yeah. And then we end the episode with the montage of it's not the JTG, but the other rival crew getting wiped out here. And you see, like, on one side of the bed, Lorenzo gets a text message that's all been taken care of. All the rival gangs are taking that territory. Then on the other side of the bed, Dante is texting Monet. But Tariq absolutely shuts down this whole deal. Kane then meets with Tariq and essentially just kind of go over pretty much everything that happened this episode, and Kane's still kind of worried that he could get jobbed out. And then to end the episode, we do have Davis going to Carrie Williams, telling her that she is going to probably get this entire case all fucked up, and Tariq's going to jail, and makes a quote about, "Oh, you've slept with everyone, that's never been your downfall." And will Carrie Williams show up at the courtroom and try and bring down Tariq and maybe save other students' skin? I'm not too sure. You'll have to wait for the next episode. But as for episode 7, I thought it was quite filler. Nothing really happened. Like, there was a lot... Like, the story didn't really go forward, if I'm being perfectly honest. But, guys, I mean, I'll give this episode a 5. It was average, man. It was very bland, to say the least. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, peace.